Alright gang, today we're going to quickly speedrun review 2 Dreamworks movies. Oh, I'm sorry, did I mean 3? Nah, not really. Sadly, I have not gotten the chance to see Kung Fu Panda 4 because, at the time, the theater near me was closed down due to renovations, but that's okay, I am just gonna wait until it comes out on streaming. Speaking of streaming, Orion and the Dark, the new Netflix Dreamworks movie written by Charlie Kaufman, based on a children's book of the same name. The story follows Orion overcoming his fear of the dark by talking with the dark and a bunch of his other friends that are personifications of different aspects of the night. Quiet is my favorite because obviously the characters are fine, they're well animated and decently voiced, and I do kind of like the bond between Orion and Dark, especially towards the end when it gets all existential and nihilistic, but the story as a whole just isn't very interesting. Dare I say this movie is sort of bad. I really hated the cutaways to future Orion telling this story to his daughter, and then halfway through the movie it just gets very fanficky. Like, literally, the daughter self-inserts herself into the story. I do appreciate what this movie is going for in its message of bravery isn't the lack of fear, it's doing something despite being afraid. And I do appreciate that through this movie, Dreamworks is pushing out different kinds of stories and different styles from their usual, is something I would say if Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate didn't also come out. And pretty much everyone has said what I thought of the movie. It's really boring. It just mainly consists of Megamind and the Doom Syndicate just standing around and doing nothing. This is pinnacle character assassination. Even if the original Megamind isn't one of my Dreamworks favorites, it is still a great movie and a great display of nature versus nurture and Megamind wanting to thread and needle his own destiny. And so having this movie exist just kind of counteracts all of that for pretty obvious reasons. So yeah, this is the worst movie of the year, and Orion in the Dark is it's a bad movie, but I really appreciate what it's going for. Orion in the Dark gets a 4 out of 10, and Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate gets a 1 out of 10. Screw this. Now, 2 other movies that I watched recently are The Summer and The Peasants. One on a site that is totally legal, and one in theaters. Surprisingly. The Summer follows 2 girls in their senior year navigating through their newfound romantic relationship all the way until they break up in adulthood. It's a very harrowing and disturbing and uncomfortable watch, exploring the different problems that can arise in relationships. It is also pretty slow and kind of frustrating at some points. Like, it makes you scream, just communicate properly. Now, The Peasants is something along the lines of, say, Belladonna of Sadness, where it follows a girl in an old time getting demonized by people who think they're better than her, and whenever she tries to express her individuality and autonomy, she gets shunned for it and called a witch, or a, can I say this? Whore. And unlike Belladonna of Sadness, which is a movie that I despise with every fiber of my being, this movie doesn't sexualize the main character, or at least doesn't view her naked body through a male gaze lens. I swear I am going to tear into Belladonna someday. The Summer gets a 7 out of 10, whereas The Peasants gets a 6 out of 10. It's a pretty good movie, but a lot of the characters are really unlikable. So, though, that's my quick review of these movies. If you guys are wondering why the 2023 ranking video is very late, it'll probably out way after Cellspex's video at this point. It's just that college has been pretty hard, especially since one of my teachers advised me to drop out if I fail the next test. And also a bunch of scholarly essays, a bunch of essays to apply for scholarships, and just burnout and stress in general, and also iMovie as an editing software sucks, but it'll come out definitely by the end of April, I guess. But anyway, that is it for me. Tell me what you thought of these movies. Thank you for watching and catch you next time.